Anyways, uh, so far in the chapter we have discussed three groups of plants. We have discussed Halophyta, which is algae, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. And the aspect from which this discussion has been done is evolution. Right? Every life cycle has two generations, plant life cycle, sporophytic generation and gametophytic generation. Sporophytic generation is diploid, gametophytic generation is haploid. The sporophytic generation, some of the cells of this sporophyte will undergo meiosis to produce spores, haploid spores. And these spores will germinate to form the gametophyte. Gametophyte will produce the sex organs, the gametangia. These sex organs will produce gametes, and these gametes will fuse to form the sporophyte again. So the two important processes in this entire life cycle are meiosis and fertilization. From this aspect, the discussion has been done. So in every group, we are trying to differentiate between the gametophytic structure and the sporophytic structure. You देखो, this is the gametophyte and this is the sporophyte. In algae, was it the gametophyte which is dominant? The green structure? So much so that there is no sporophyte present. The zygote directly undergoes meiosis to form spores. But when we come to Bryophyta, do we have a root-like, stem-like and a leaf-like structure? Is this the plant body? So the plant body is haploid. The leafy structure is haploid. And now the sporophyte is making an appearance. But it is non-green. It is dependent on the gametophyte. It is attached to the gametophyte. Do we have a foot, seta and a capsule? At the start of the previous lecture, I had spoken about this. If I am given a question that if the leafy part of Funaria, which is moss, has got 10 chromosomes, how many chromosomes would be present in the capsule? 20, because capsule is a sporophytic structure. What does the capsule do? It produces spores. So what would be the ploidy of the spores then? And meiosis se aa raha hai wo. Meiosis se aa raha hai na? So you have to be very clear which stage is going to be the haploid part and which is going to be the diploid part. So if you are given any from this part, वो haploid हो जाएगा. Is this the plant body? But now when you go to Pteridophyta, this is the plant body. So plant body of a bryophyte is haploid, but plant body of a sporophyte is diploid. Pteridophyta is diploid. So here gametophyte is a plant body, here sporophyte is a plant body. So do we have the root stem leaf structure here? This is a sporophyte. What is a sporophyte supposed to do? Produce spores. So do we have any spore producing structure here? Yeah. Leaf. What is the leaf acting as? Sporophyll. Why do we call the leaf as sporophyll? Because it produces spores. We did the cross section. Cross section mein we saw the sporangia, and the sporangia having mother cells and mother cells undergoing meiosis to produce the spores. So here both of them are becoming independent. Both of them are becoming independent. But this is true only for the homosporous variety. Do we have two types of pteridophytes? The homosporous variety and the heterosporous variety. अगर स्पोर एक है तो गैमेटोफाइट एक, बताया लास्ट टाइम मैंने. अगर दो टाइप के स्पोर है तो गैमेटोफाइट. So now do we have a male gametophyte and a female gametophyte? So now all the processes will start occurring on the female gametophyte. from the heterosporous part. In the discussion of NCERT, we know only two heterosporous examples, Selaginella and Salmonella. So अगर ये दोनों का नाम आता है तो उसमें हमारा गैमेटोफाइट इंडिपेंडेंट या डिपेंडेंट क्या हो जाएगा? डिपेंडेंट हो जाएगा. वहां पे लास्ट में लाइन लिखा है, द फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट इज रिटेन्ड ऑन द पेरेंट, है कि नहीं? So is this applicable only for the heterosporous variety now? रिया पॉइंट क्लियर हुआ? ये तो पक्का एकदम ओके. नाउ we have to move towards gymnosperms. So can we be brave enough to make certain predictions now? What is going to be the plant body? Sporophyte. Will the sporophytic structure be a little better than pteridophyta now?
Yes.
So from a small fern, will we have a proper plant now?
Yes.
Okay. This will produce spore. So I have to search for a spore producing structure on this now. Did we have a spore producing structure here? What was the spore producing structure here? Leaf. So I have to look out for a spore producing structure because it's a sporophyte. Sporophyte का definition क्या होता है महक? One which produces a spore, right ना? कुछ लोग की लाइट लेट जलती है जरा कि इसको sporophyte क्यों बोलते हैं? Okay, so यहां पर हमको एक spore producing structure ढूंढना है हमारे डिस्कशन में. जो spore produce, अब यहां पर spore क्या होगा? Heterosporous, homosporous? Obviously heterosporous. Will we have male spore and a female spore?
Yes.